others less. Yeah. When was the cigarette invented? Hey, Block. He was staring at me from the outside. The cigarettes were invented extremely long time ago, but they were first actually created by native Indians, the ones who used to fight with cowboys. I think about 1612, something around that time, and they were used as those big pipes for the chiefs.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll take the rest of your questions at the end. Let's move on to the video. I need to put the computer on full blast.
I already did, I think. But you can, yep.
This is how your child feels after losing you for a minute. Just imagine if they lost you for life.
So, what's going on in this video, if you didn't understand yet, is the mother and her child are walking through an airport, and 1 second they're holding hands and they're all happy. But the next, the boy doesn't see his mother because she went into those small smoking rooms, and he starts crying. And I'm going to repeat what the video man said. If when you're all grown up and you have kids, and this is how they feel after losing you for 30 seconds because you go to smoke, imagine how they will feel if they lose you for life because you died to the hands of smoking. Not yet. Not the ending. Now, if after this powerful video, for some sort of weird reason, you still think smoking isn't so bad, I'll give you one more. Smoking is expensive. Everyone knows, let's say you spend $1 per day for a pack of cigarettes. But then multiply that dollar by 365 days in a year. That will give you $365. Now let's say you've been smoking for 10 years, then that will give you $3,650. Can you now imagine, what would you rather do with $3,650 to spend? At the end. Thank you, Ms. Pickles, and thank you, 4th graders, for being such great listeners. And now would be the time to ask questions. Amir.
Aren't medicine also drugs?
Yes.
Some medicines do have drugs, but doctors know how to put a certain amount of drug so that it won't make it too bad on the human body. And usually the drugs they use, as I said, are legal drugs.
Is smoking good in some way?
If you're trying to look cool, no, still not good. Not good in any way. Kill it.
Why were cigarettes invented?
Like I said, at first, you know how when they invented computers, like, oh my god, this is so amazing. So that's what they thought about cigarettes at first. They're like, whoa, this is so awesome. And we invented something that you can blow. So, and like I said, they were made by native Indians. And like it was this annual thing that every time something special or big event happened, the chief would blow this huge ring of smoke. Any other questions?
Is there a medicine against the effects of smoking?
There's no medicine against the effects of smoking. It's only up to the smoker to do his best to quit.
Well, once I watched a program It's on the program, and the Chinese management for too much smoking. Look, the doctor said there were these kind of lines that kept you smoking, and a doctor had these kind of pins, and they put them in your body to kind of change the flow of the smoke.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what it's called, acupuncture. Puncture, don't know the name. But I think maybe what they were doing is trying to take out the nicotine from his body. But there's two reasons why I don't say you should do that. One, it hurts. And two, it costs a lot to get that sort of treatment. It's much easier to just use your own force to stop.
Is the pipe like, you don't know the days maybe grandpas, they smoke pipes? Is it stronger in pipes, or is it better if you smoke pipes or if you smoke cigarettes?
Well, there's different kinds of pipes and cigarettes, so it depends. Like there's a pipe called a hookah, and in a hookah, there's twice more amount of nicotine, tobacco. So like this sort of pipe is worse, but it depends.
There's also algae.
Yeah.
Shisha.
My friends smoke.
What's that video called?
It's just called Quit Smoking Commercial. That's what
Which form of smoking is the worst?
is what?
The worst.
The worst? You can't really compare the doing by like snuff or chewing tobacco or smoking it, or like pipes or cigarettes. To see which is the worst, you pretty much have to have them all together and see which one takes the biggest effect on the human body. Because right now I'm aware of the difference between the hookah pipe and the cigarettes. So I think the pipes have a stronger effect on the body. Different sorts of pipes.
But sometimes, like my mom is smoking, but she still thinks she can smoke.
Like I said before, it is extremely hard to stop because remember when I gave all those reasons that when an addicted person stops, he feels really bad and all that. But second, probably, how many of your parents smoke?
My mom used to.
So, like I said before to Mariam, it is extremely difficult to stop. But another reason is when our parents were little and they like in high school or in their 20s, they probably didn't know about all these effects that we know of today about smoking. So they weren't aware to all the risks they were taking. Yeah.
My dad should have known because his dad died from it, smoking too much. And he still smokes, so I slap him when he does.
It should be his choice if he chooses to stop smoking, and he shouldn't be taking slaps from you.
My dad smokes, but not cigarettes, cigars, but he doesn't smoke, like, he only smokes on weekends.
Did he come to that decision by himself, or did you as a whole family decide it?
No, but sometimes, like, we tell him sometimes to, like, stop, and he started when he was, like, in his 30s.
It's still not okay that he smokes on weekends at all. He should stop,
In your opinion.
in my opinion.
Mine too.
And professional doctors' opinions, because they're tired of having people with bad lungs in their hospitals. Adele.
But as you said, it's also a choice, so you should also respect Sophia's father's choice, though.
But it is his choice, but it's still a very dangerous life he's living. Adele.
My dad used to smoke and he went to hospital because he stopped and then something came in his lungs. He had to do surgery on his neck.
That's probably because when he stopped, he probably started feeling the effects of the nicotine drain away from him, and he started feeling the negative effects in his lungs. So that is when he went to the hospital to get it removed, all the ash from his lungs. Sprinkles?
I just wanted to share, because this is very interesting that you came in today, because last night I was on Facebook and I went to look at my nephew's Facebook page and he said something about smoking and I couldn't believe it. He's 19 years old. I am so angry with him. How could, exactly like you're saying, how could a 19-year-old today, knowing all they know about the dangers of smoking, knowing people whose relatives have died through smoking, whose own grandmother, my mother, smokes and is not healthy, exactly like you said, she can't walk up the stairs very well, she's short of breath. How could a 19-year-old start smoking now? I'm so angry with him, and I told him he's never getting a penny from me if he ever smokes. So it's going to be an interesting conversation when I go home, because I'm so angry, exactly for all the reasons you said. How can anybody, a young person, make that decision today? But it's through peer pressure and trying to look cool and trying to be one of you guys, but really, you're killing yourself.
He's going to college now, right?
No, he's not in college, no.
Wait,
He's working. No,
working
yeah, he didn't go
already?
to college, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that could also affect his work life.
Exactly.
It can make it hard for him to concentrate because all he thinks about is, must get to my cigarettes.
Exactly. Just wanted to share that with you.
My mother's brother, he died from smoking. He had a heart attack. He was sleeping. He died.
Speaking of people who died because of smoking, you guys all like Disney, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys know that Walt Disney died because he got lung cancer from smoking?
I thought that was just a myth. My brother came and
it's true.
told me that.
Walt Disney died because of smoking.
My dad, 20 years ago, he stopped smoking with my mom. When she smokes, but when you ever tell her to stop, she says, okay, I will stop, then the next day she comes and still smoking.
That's the difficulties of quitting. She tries to stop, but she can't. Let's see. Really?
What's better, cigars or just cigarettes or
Like I answered to, I don't remember whose question it was, I said that I'm pretty sure cigars are worse because they're bigger, thicker, and have more nicotine in them. Sonia.
My mom smokes and my dad and my mom started when she was like in her 20s, but my grandparents they stopped. My grandfather had a heart attack, I think because of smoking, but he's still alive, and I think they stopped smoking because of that, but they used to.
Yeah, sometimes what could really get someone motivated to stop is if you see someone else in his family suffer from it. I need to. Well?
Can you take just 2 more questions for you?
Sure.
So-
Like I said in my presentation before, yes it does. The smoke generated from cigarettes is inhaled by other people around the smoker, so then they are also exposed to all the effects which I mentioned earlier.
How can you convince someone to stop us?
You can always do your best to talk to them and tell them you really don't like it when they smoke and you don't like being around them because their clothes smell and makes their teeth yellow as well. But it's always the person who's smoking choice to quit or not. To try to quit or not.
Okay, I'm probably going to have to stop there.
Okay. Thank
So-
you, guys.